This is happiness, to be everything at once. Be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Mood Prep. My name is Dave Nixon, and today we're going to talk about the shortcut, the real shortcut, the shortcut that maybe you've been told, maybe you haven't been told. I don't fucking know. But I saw one of my friends on Instagram share something about doing the work is the shortcut, and it got me thinking. And I agree with that. But sometimes the secret, if you want to use that term, and I think secret can get thrown around, but I think it's sort of like it's secretly hiding in what we're saying. And if we're good enough to be able to see it, then we can learn a lot from it. And what I mean by that is I thought about shortcut, right? I thought about those two words. It's like to cut short. It's like, well, maybe the secret to the real shortcut is in the word shortcut, but primarily in the word cut. It's like, how much easier would it be if we just cut the shit? Like, I'm saying, like, really just cut away the bullshit that goes with pursuing something worthy for ourselves, right? So, what I mean by that is, like, when we think shortcut, we're thinking about a quicker route to getting there. So that is, like, kind of shortcutting the work, which maybe we get the result, but we didn't do the work. So did we really get the result? Because we won't be able to replicate that result long term. So, let's look at that for a second. What is it that we should cut? Is it the quality? I don't believe so. Is it the work? I don't believe so. Is it the questions, the contribution? No, I don't think we should be cutting those things. What I do think we should be cutting is exactly what I mentioned before, and it's the crap, the bullshit, right? But what is that? That's a pretty global term. It's like, oh, cut the crap, cool, sick, or I'll go do that today, right? It doesn't easily just happen that way, but I do understand that. But what we can start to do is start to get rid of the shit that makes us weak. We start to rid ourselves, we cut away from all the stuff that keeps us short. And not just height, I can't get any taller, I've tried, right? I'm talking about the things that keep us coming up short, the limiting beliefs, the self-talk, the criticism of others, right? The idea, the story that we hold on to that encapsulates our suffering from the past that we wear around today. It's like these are all, if you could imagine, let's call it fat, but like just unnecessary fat that we carry around. Sometimes it actually manifests as actual body fat, by the way. People do it. They put padding on themselves to make themselves feel like they're further away from other people. It's interesting. So if we're able to cut this crap, cut the bullshit that we tell ourselves, cut the idea of, and this is something we still tell ourselves, the judgment of somebody else upon us isn't actually real, right? And I had this conversation today with somebody, and they're like, well, you want people to what was her words? Let's say in short, think highly of you, right? And it's like, do I? I don't really care. And I don't mean that as in like, fuck, give no fucks, just go do what you want to do. It's like, no, that's great, but that's their opinion. I'm not in control of their opinion, because if they don't like me, then hey, why is that? I'm curious, but they don't have to fucking live with me. I have to live with me. I have to learn to like me. So I'm going to be a good person for me. And if I'm a good person for me, it kind of projects outwards and works that way. And if some people still don't like that, I'm sure there's been people that listen to my podcast and go, what a fuckwit. That's great. I'm glad to be someone's fuckwit. I think that's really important. I think when I understood that no matter what I do, I'm always going to be someone's fuckwit, that was like, oh, I can sort of like stop worrying about it then. Like because no matter what I do, someone's going to be like, oh, this fucking guy. Okay. What? Maybe do I remind them of their stepfather? Am I the bully that was in school with them? Or maybe they just really just don't like my face. So fucking what? This judgment that we allow ourselves to wear around, and sometimes it's not even actual judgment. By the way, sometimes it's like potential judgment. Most people don't think of us as much as we may think they think of us. I still got caught in that trap, and then I'm like, hang on a sec. Well, who am I thinking of? I'm just thinking of me. If I'm thinking of what someone thinks of me, I'm not thinking of them. I'm thinking of me. And it's just understanding this that we can go, what, as long as I focus on that, what am I not focusing on? As long as I keep on putting on this, for lack of a better term, mental fat, I can't become mentally healthy. I can't become mentally trim and lean and fit and agile, right? Because mental agility is crucial. Our ability to see something that we don't like and then step away from it. See something in our thoughts and just let it pass. Step out of the way. And this is crucial for all of us. And this is really what, I mean, it's not about always resistance or being resilient. Maybe sometimes it's just about letting go of the bullshit. Like, just don't get on that train as it comes past. It's like, oh, there's the bullshit train. Oh, fuck, here I go again. And my thoughts just go with it. It's like, just don't get on the fucking train. Just let the thoughts go and realize they're not you. Because it makes us weak. It stops us. It freezes us. It makes us give away the current opportunity we have for insight and potential and giving and contribution and the ability to make memories based upon this, some lack of a better term, negative self-talk. It's not like the negative self-talk will come again. It will. There's always another bus. There's always another fucking train that's just like, here's a negative self-talk, right? Fucking steam train making so much friggin' noise. It's like, just let it roll on through. Like, or just stop fucking catching trains. When we are able to practice this, and I say this because we should be practicing this if we want to get better at it. In the same way, if we want to get better at anything in life, we have to practice it. It's recognizing it, recognizing what it served once upon a time, because it probably did, whatever that negative thought is, whatever that crap is now, and understanding that what worked for you when you were 13 doesn't work for you as a 30 fucking year old. It just doesn't work anymore, but that's okay. Once we recognize that we're running a pattern from before, we can choose to A, recognize that, and then B, give ourselves space to make a different response. It doesn't have to be quick. To work on agility, we start off slow and we build it up. That mental agility is crucial, but we have to start off slow. Otherwise, you'll break an ankle, metaphorically. So, what is the real shortcut? Well, the real shortcut isn't cutting the quality. It isn't cutting the work, right? It's not trying to get to the outcome. Stop fucking trying to just get to the outcome, because you're gonna wish away your best years. And it feeds back into one of my favorite quotes. It's like, right now, you are currently living the good old days. But if you're too busy trying to plan for what you think are the good old days in the future somewhere, you won't be able to ever fucking live the good old days. And it goes back to that quote, is that the future is only reserved for those that can live in the present. And I'm going to break that down for you. It means that the future, which will come, is only able to be lived in by the people who can live in this current moment. And now it's crucial for us to be able to sacrifice a part of now for a part of the future. I do agree with that. But at the same time, if you aren't able to just stop, breathe, and be, and practice that, then you will never be able to live in the future. And that's where I talk about it. I'm like, I joke around, but you'll hear me say it. I'm like, and then you buy a caravan. That's it. There's your life. There's the days, the good old days, gone. And then I buy a caravan. Nothing wrong with caravans. I'm all for caravans, or even motorhomes. It's the metaphor or analogy of retiring and then going, now I can live. No. Living is now. Right fucking now. In your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s. Forget the shit you've wasted. Forget the potentiality of where you're going or where you're not going or where you don't want to go. You have to be able to understand in this moment right now is everything you need to be able to create a future that you can live in, that you want to live in. Sometimes that's scary. And a lot of you are here listening to this, I know, are finding it scary, but that's the fucking point. If we've avoided that tough shit, then we're going to have to go through some difficult stuff to get what we deserve, because guess what? There is no shortcut. Team, that's it. I'm out. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this beneficial and you know someone else that you think would also find it beneficial, then it would mean the world to me if you would share it with them. Once again, if you do share it on social media, especially Instagram, then tag me at @DDNix. Otherwise, find me. Say hello. I like to say hello to people. Until next time, team. Peace and pizza. Kick the day in the dick. Slay the dragon. I'll see you soon.
To be everything at once, be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.